is about 10 o'clock and I'm gonna start my morning. Have a little coffee. Kind of a funny little story as it relates to coffee. Every time I go to have coffee, I have to add water to our machine. That always is the first thing that it tells me. And then typically the coffee drawer is always empty, so I always end up filling that. There's a joke in our household that Santa Claus has come because mysteriously the pods in the coffee storage are replenished, and mysteriously when people use the ice cubes, the ice cube trays get refilled. So you guys can call me Santa Claus. But I'm going to get some coffee going here and fill up this little drawer, and then I'll show you what I'm going to eat as well. For breakfast, I'm going to have one avocado that I've salted with some pink Himalayan sea salt. I've added a tablespoon of MCT oil to my coffee. I'm also going to add a couple of tablespoons of heavy whipping cream, and will also likely do a couple of drops of some of the stevia flavored, probably hazelnut. But this is about a 443 calorie breakfast, and I will check in with you later. So it's a rainy morning out, and I'm not really feeling going for a walk yet. And it is my day off, and so I'm gonna enjoy my coffee and my avocado. I'm gonna watch Deadpool 2, and my little dude is just hanging out in his bed. He's actually not feeling very good again today. He's got kind of a weird, I don't know what he's doing today, but anyway, he's just not feeling it either. So we'll see if he feels better, and we might go for a walk later. Recipe action for you today. I'm going to do a little bit of meal prep for dinner, lunch/dinner for my husband and I. I'm going to make a version of lasagna. So I started by basically browning a package of Jennie-O turkey sausage, and to that I'm going to add 2 cans of fire roasted diced tomatoes with garlic that I have blended in my blender, and added to that my homemade spaghetti seasoning. And so I'll put the recipe for the spaghetti seasoning in the description box below. Add that tomatoes, the blended tomatoes. Alright, so I've got a 13 by 9 pan that I have filled with, I'd say, a third of my tomato and turkey sausage mixture. And to that, I'm going to go ahead and start building basically our chicken noodles. So I'm just going to get these laid in here. And I probably should have my husband film this if I'm going to make any videos or set up a tripod. A little bit hard to do with just one hand, but I'm sure you guys don't care, right? So I've got half of my ricotta mixture, and again, I'm just going to kind of spread this the best I can. And again, it doesn't have to be perfect. So I've added about another third of our tomato and turkey sausage mixture, to which I'm going to go ahead and spread on a layer of my chicken. Okay, so I've got my chicken layer down, and then I'm going to put another layer of ricotta, my final layer of tomato sauce, and then our some mozzarella cheese. I'm going to allot 8 ounces of sliced mozzarella cheese for the top. Okay, we have our final layer of the ricotta and egg mixture, and I'm going to pour the remainder of the tomato sauce and turkey sausage mixture. Okay, so we have got our last layer of the diced tomato and turkey sausage, and now we're just going to go ahead and put some mozzarella cheese. Got my 8 ounces or 8 slices of mozzarella cheese on there, If you wanted, of course, you could do shredded. I was too lazy. This is going to melt together, so it will be fine. And even if it doesn't, it'll certainly help us portion out some of this. I've got my oven set for 400, and given that everything is pretty much cooked and that there are no noodles really to cook, I'm going to go ahead and cook this at 400 for 30 minutes. So it's out of the oven, and the first thing I noticed, and it's probably just because it's hot, is that around the edges it's pretty watery. And so next time I make this was of course kind of just an experiment of mine, just seeing if I could have lasagna yet have it a little bit lower fat. I know I've seen other recipes where they forego tomatoes altogether and do cream cheese, but I kind of didn't want to go there. I do want some tomatoes in there. So it is a little watery around the outside. I don't mind that. It probably means that if it stays in the pan, then I'll probably eat a few less tomatoes, and I'll just aim for the more solid regions of things. I could try it with tomato paste next time. I could also try it with sun-dried tomatoes. Actually, if you look at sun-dried tomatoes, the carb count on those is a lot better than canned tomatoes or even fresh tomatoes, which is bizarre. So anyway, I'm gonna let this cool, and then I'm gonna try to divide it into 8 portions, and we'll give it a shot.
Right there. See?
I found this. I have no idea what its original purpose is, but I'm going to use it for my altered books. It's a pretty good size roll of it. I also found a couple of really vibrant hem tapes. We have this teal color and I guess this magenta color. I also found this little canister of these clay pieces, and I have a tool that punches holes in things, and so I think I'm going to make some pendants, some necklaces. There's this little orange one. There's this navy one. There's this one. We have kind of a fuchsia, black, gray, and red. You can kind of see the ones that I've gravitated towards. Also ended up getting a couple packages of beads. I got this package of 6 heart-shaped beads, or with a heart design, and those were 6 for $1. And then I got this little tiger striped heart pendant. Lots of interesting things for me to play with, and it was kind of a nice first trip to this particular store.